Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Bold and the Beautiful has Thomas Forrester on a long enough hiatus for the fans of the CBS soap, and they are just itching for him to touch down in LA. But many would like to see him all alone for this trip. This leaves the possibility open for a Stevie reconnect with Hope Logan. So once the news about Taylor Hayes dying breaks wide open, the Forrester son has to head home. Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, came home for a few brief scenes that worked to inform the other Bold and the Beautiful characters that he is engaged to be married. Then he closed his chapter with Hope Logan, Annika Noel, despite her desperate attempt to get him back. But in the blink of an eye, Thomas flew out again after a very fleeting visit with the family. So fans see him coming back to town for several possible reasons. Hope's line struggles and her career is on the line. While he severed his love relationship with her, he might step up and help her as any good friend would. So he could come home to amp up hope for the future, then possibly head back and continue to work on her line remotely from across the ocean. That's if the soap wants to give the fans another fleeting glimpse of him and send him off again. But he likely returns to LA fully informed about Hope coming on to his sister's husband. With Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Massinswood, and his mother in constant touch with Thomas, he probably doesn't miss much from the grapevine. But one reason stands out above all others that would force him back home and on the Bold and Beautiful. When Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, reveals she's got one foot in the grave, this will rattle her son. So grim news like this would send Thomas on the fast track to fly into LA. But until then, Hope's dilemma might be a reason for him to make a solo trip any day now. The news that Taylor is dying from heart failure has the fans fearing the worst for Thomas. Since he's been off the screen for so long, viewers ponder if this is it for Matthew Atkinson. Will they kill Thomas off to give his heart to his mother? It would be a dramatic and very final exit for the character. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggests someone might die to make this a heart transplant storyline. But it is more than likely they wouldn't kill off a major player with no possibility of a resurrection down the line. If they take his heart, they can't find him 6 months later wandering around France with a case of amnesia. So, right now, Thomas Forrester's future is in limbo, and it is growing old for fans. Fans want Thomas Forrester back almost any way they can get him. Except not as a deceased hero whose mom gets his heart. So all Bold and the Beautiful viewers know about Thomas today is what his sister and mother toss into the conversation every so often. He's living his best life in Paris with his soon-to-be bride, and of course his son. There is no mention of that gala affair of a wedding Thomas planned while in town last time. Plus, the spoilers don't offer anything to suggest he's on the verge of popping up. So Bold and the Beautiful fans are itching to get Thomas Forrester back on the CBS soap screen, alive and well. Bold and the Beautiful sees Taylor Hayes' health has left us on the edge of our seats, but I can't help but feel skeptical about where this plot is headed. With Thomas Forrester returning home, I worry that he might be dragged into this sketchy situation in a very bad way. Could we be looking at a tragedy where Taylor dies, or maybe no one dies, or someone else dies instead? Let's dive in and explore the possibilities. On Bold and the Beautiful Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig needs an expert. She confided in Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, about feeling tired and off during her workouts. She revealed that her primary care doctor had diagnosed her with heart failure and given her a grim prognosis. When Lai asked if she had seen a cardiologist, Taylor admitted she hadn't. This raises a red flag. Since when does a general practice doctor deliver a death sentence without referring the patient to a specialist? Yes, Taylor is a medical doctor herself, but she's a psychiatrist, not a cardiologist. Lai offered to send her some referrals, so I imagine Taylor's outlook might improve once she consults with an expert. Bold and beautiful fans consider Brad Bell may recycle an old plot or sacrifice a character ahead. Now that we're in the midst of this life-or-death storyline, could he be planning something even worse than killing off Taylor? Like sacrificing another character to save her? Remember when Katie Logan, Heather Tom, needed a heart transplant? Her brother shot himself at the hospital so she could have his heart. I don't see anyone going to such extremes for Taylor. But could Brad be considering killing off Thomas to give Taylor a chance at life? Thomas has been off-screen for so long, and fans keep asking about his whereabouts and Matthew Atkinson's status with the show. Bold and the beautiful spoilers haven't given much to go on. Could Brad be tired of those questions and quietly writing Thomas out, as he did with Wyatt Spencer, Darren Brooks, and Quinn Fuller, Rena Sofer? Or maybe Thomas is destined to die, donating his heart to his mother in a tragic twist of fate. Another possibility is a redo of Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Stephanie Forrester's Susan Flannery emotional death scene. Brooke recently expressed a desire for a genuine friendship with Taylor, echoing the moment when Stephanie, who had always been at odds with Brooke, died in her arms. Many fans are worried that Brad is steering us in that direction, and it's not a popular idea. Then there's the frustrating Eric is dying storyline from not too long ago. Suddenly, after surgery by Finn and Bridget Forrester, Ashley Jones, Eric was cured, no chemo, no hair loss, just back to Martinez and marrying Donna. Could Brad be attempting another fake-out twist with Taylor's story?